Good morning. How are you guys? How are you? How are you? I just wanted to make this quick video because I've been getting a couple inquiries, a couple messages about some of you guys are coming in locally. Some of you are flying in from out of state. You have questions about our upcoming retreat. Dr. Keisha Tate and I are putting together an amazing a retreat for just a few women. The retreat is really targeted for women, women entrepreneurs, I'll say, women that's just looking for an opportunity to expand on the great things that they're already doing. So I am going to be delivering one of my signature workshops that I have not delivered in a minute, some years, I think like since 2018. It's called The Spices of Life. And I'm really excited about sharing the formula of the spices of life at the retreat on that Saturday. I believe I'm scheduled to deliver it. And so let's just talk a little bit about what the workshop will consist of and what is the spices of life. So during this workshop, we're going to have an opportunity to really take some assessments and some inventory on where we are in 6 different areas. The first area we're going to really be able to talk about with the spices is the S in spices, and that stands for what are we spiritually believing about life? What is our spiritual practice? And during this time, how loyal are we to it? Is it something that just sounds good, or have we integrated our spiritual practice in our life? This is really taking us beyond religion, but it's really going to be a conversation, resources, tools on how do we make sure we don't allow the busyness of life to take us away from our core. And I truly believe our core has to be our spiritual practice. Because of what I know about this life thus far is that we can lose our way. We can definitely lose our way. So one of the things that we want to be able to do is to reground ourselves in our spiritual practice, because you won't always be able to depend on people. You won't always be able to depend on your intellect or your experiences. There's going to come a day where you're truly going to have to navigate your next move, your next steps based upon your spiritual faith and your spiritual practice. The next letter in spices is physical. We're going to be hearing from practitioners, people who really understand the body, mind, spirit connection. And we're going to be hearing from Savannah King. She is I'll say she's a healer, because I know that the power of massage can be really healing. And I'm really excited about Dr. Keisha Tate. She has done a phenomenal job. And she has books that's going to be available, but she also is going to be really helping us to understand how our physical well-being is directly impacted by our income and our wealth. And wealth is more than just money. It's truly about giving us options and choices. I'll share for you an example. I just had a doctor's appointment, and I had this really big lofty goal, like I do for the last probably 20 years. This gonna be the year I'm going to release at least 50 pounds. I really want to release 100, but I'm gonna go for 50. And I did the whole beginning of the year thing, and I just made very simple choices. Made sure that I was conscious about, stretching every day, trying to get a few more steps in, drinking more water, nothing major, avoiding late night eating on most nights. And I went to the doctor, and because I know I was nowhere near that 50-pound goal, I became kind of dismissive and not in expectation of losing anything. But I got on the scale, and the doctor applauded me that since let me see, I think April 1st, I released 13 pounds. And so that's what we want to be able to talk about during a session on physical well-being. You know, what are we doing? How are we evaluating and making sure that it's something that's measurable and reasonable so that we can create more opportunities to be successful? Then the next letter in S.P.I.C.E.S is I. Oh my goodness, intellectually. What are you reading? Are you stretching yourself? How are you getting your intellectual needs met? What about the people that you're around? Are you around people that stimulate you? I love being in a room with people that make me jot down words because after I'm around them, if I don't know that word, I'm going to go look it up. I'm being stimulated intellectually. And what we're going to be talking about in this area is new thoughts, because we so oftentimes get in our comfort zone and we are intellectually stuck because we only want to do the things that we want to do and what we're comfortable and what we're familiar with. Well, I stretch myself intentionally by making sure I connect with people like Michael DeMond and We Merge Media because they stretch me, because technology is not my thing. So I want to learn more in that area. You may want to learn more in that area. But if you are connected with people who are just afraid of technology as you, we're going to really minimize our learning and our intellectual stimulation. So whatever that thing is, it could be cooking, it could be gardening, it could be anything, but let's just make sure that we are committed to new thoughts. Then the next area we're going to focus on, the C in S.P.I.C.E.S, is we're going to be focusing on creativity. Where are we getting creatively stimulated? Is it through our dance? Is it through our music? Is it through our decorating? Check out Shauna Weatherspoon. She really specializes in staging homes for real estate opportunities and buying and selling homes. And I got a chance to check out her Facebook Live as she was preparing her home for fall. And she gave so many tips and ideas. So how are you being stimulated creatively? What is your thing? What is your thing? You don't have a thing? Let's get a thing, because it's all about making sure that we are balanced, and we're using the formula of the spices of life to create balance in our life. So let's make sure that we're giving some attention to our creativity. Then our next letter is emotional. How are we doing emotionally? Are we finding joy? And I think that one of the ways that we can really insert joy in our lives is by being joyful about the simple things. Find joy and pleasure in the mundane. Just be emotionally in tune to where it is that that we see ourselves right here, right now. Not when we get that ideal client in our business, not when we release those 50 pounds, but right now. What do we have today to be joyful about, and being able to assess when we're not finding joy? How can we make some adjustments so that that joy can come into our lives organically? We're going to be talking about that. We're going to have some good conversations about that. And so that's our E, emotional. And then our last one, we're coming together, ladies, for a retreat. So that means we're going to get our social needs met. Friday night, we're opening up with Chantel Taylor. Wealth, Wicks, and Wine is coming in from Wisconsin. And that's going to be our social time. We're going to do nothing but have a good time. She's going to be guiding our conversation about how do we integrate wealth, and how she She brought all three of her companies together. She is an amazing candle maker. She does signature fragrances, but her background and her profession is wealth tools, wealth vehicles to help business owners to accumulate wealth. You don't even have to be a business owner, but just educating us on how we can allow our finances to just give us a level of security. So that's kind of it. I'm excited. I'm excited about us coming together, and I'm so hyped about delivering the Spices of Life workshop. Again, that acronym stands for how are you getting your spiritual needs met, your physical needs met, your intellectual needs met, your creativity, your emotional needs met, and your social needs. So if you have not registered yet, I really want to encourage you to take some inventory. Where are you? Are you looking for that group of women who you can really build with? A new group of women that's committed to your success? We are in expectation of 16 women coming together and just building long-lasting, intentional relationships. So again, my name is Carmen Ray, and for registration, I want you to go to my website and visit Be Well for Women. Click on that registration link, and I look forward to seeing you in the beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. You all be well, and I look forward to seeing you September 10th through the 12th.